Sound of metal clanging. A conveyor belt hums under dim factory lights. It's 3:14 a.m. in Fremont, California. The air smells of hot steel and engine oil. Under the blinding fluorescent lights of Tesla's gigafactory, Elon Musk stands alone beside a silent assembly line. A robotic arm has stopped mid-motion, its red light blinking like a heartbeat fading away. Workers have gone home hours ago. Musk hasn't slept in days. He takes a sip from a half-empty coffee cup, eyes fixed on the motionless machine. Outside, a storm rolls in from the Pacific. Inside, it is quieter than it should be, too quiet for a man who is betting everything he has on speed, precision, and belief. Sound of rain begins softly in the background. On Wall Street, thousands of miles away, numbers flash across screens. Green turns to red, short positions rise, traders smirk, someone whispers, "Tesla's finished." That summer of 2018, Tesla wasn't just a company, it was a battlefield, and Elon Musk, the man the world called both genius and lunatic, was standing at the center of it. 2. Tesla's survival depended on one thing: mass production of the Model 3, a car that was supposed to prove electric dreams could become reality, and not just for billionaires, but for everyone. But the dream was choking on its own ambition. Production targets were missed month after month, machines failed, parts didn't fit, investors panicked, and in New York, hedge funds smelled blood. "Short it," they said, "this guy's a fraud." Tesla is a house of cards. Billions of dollars were placed against the company. Every missed delivery, every frustrated customer, every slip of the tongue became another weapon in the hands of the short sellers. Cut to a trading floor. Phones ringing, voices overlapping, slaw at 280, dropping fast, load up more shorts. SEC's watching his tweets, "Man, he's losing it." Screens flicker with graphs diving into red, a headline flashes. Elon Musk's dream meets reality. At the Fremont plant, Musk barely glances at the news. He's pacing between rows of robots. Shirt untucked, his phone lighting up with unread messages. He stops at one machine, presses his palm against its metal shell, and mutters, "We're not dying tonight." The sound of thunder echoes. He had said it before. "I don't create companies for the money. I create them because I can't stand still while the world stagnates." But now, the world wasn't listening. The world was betting against him. 3. The story of Tesla began long before this sleepless night. Back in 2004, when electric cars were still considered toys for idealists, Musk walked into a small meeting with engineers from a startup named Tesla Motors. They showed him a prototype, the Roadster. It was fast, silent, and utterly impractical, but to Musk, it looked like the future. He poured in millions of his own money. Fresh from selling PayPal, he told his team, "We're not building a car company. We're building a revolution." In those early years, everything about Tesla defied logic. No car dealer network, no profits, no marketing department, just a group of engineers and dreamers who believed that lithium batteries could change the world. And for a moment, it worked. The Roadster turned heads. The Model S stunned critics, the company's stock soared, but with each success came louder whispers. Unsustainable, overhyped, a bubble. By 2016, Tesla had gone from a Silicon Valley curiosity to a Wall Street obsession. Analysts debated its every move. Some called Musk a visionary, others called him delusional. Either way, the bets grew larger. When he promised the Model 3, a sleek, affordable car for the masses, it sounded like redemption. But inside Tesla's headquarters, chaos brewed. The Fremont factory wasn't built for this kind of volume. Machines jammed, software glitched, suppliers missed deadlines. The production hell Musk later spoke of wasn't a metaphor, it was the daily reality of a company trying to do the impossible. 4. In early 2018, the pressure reached a breaking point. Tesla was burning cash faster than it could raise it. Analysts predicted bankruptcy within 6 months. Dozens of news outlets ran the same headline in different words. "The Tesla bubble is about to burst." On Reddit and Twitter, short sellers cheered, they shared memes, posted countdowns, mocked Musk's tweets. One hedge fund manager even printed t-shirts that said, "Slack the Q stands for bankruptcy." Every failure on the production line became a headline, every delay became a weapon, and Musk, who had always used social media as a direct line to his fans, found himself drowning in the noise. He tweeted late at night, defended his team, mocked short sellers, sometimes too harshly. Every word moved billions in market value. Every joke became evidence against him, but inside the factory, away from the chaos of screens and opinions, the work continued. Men and women in red and black uniforms pushed through 12-hour shifts. Lunch breaks turned into quick bites of cold pizza beside humming machines. Someone taped a photo of the Model 3 on a wall with a handwritten note. "Don't stop. We're building history." Musk saw it one morning, smiled faintly, and whispered, "Damn right we are." 5. By mid-2018, Tesla became the most shorted stock in the world. More than $13 billion was bet against it. No company had ever been attacked like this. To Wall Street, Musk was reckless and erratic CEO who made promises faster than he could deliver. To his supporters, he was a hero under siege. To his employees, he was both a savior and a storm. Sound of distant thunder mixes with the rhythmic pounding of machinery. He worked 120 hours a week. He slept in a conference room, then moved to the factory floor because it was closer to the machines. In interviews, he looked pale, exhausted, yet fiercely alive. He once said, half smiling, "I've been sleeping in the factory because if something goes wrong, I want to be the first to know." It wasn't a metaphor. His desk was literally a sleeping bag beside the production line. He ate energy bars for dinner, answered emails at 2 a.m., and called meetings that stretched till dawn. Every time the line jammed, he was there. Every time a rumor hit the stock, he was on Twitter, fighting back. This wasn't just a battle of technology, it was a war of belief, one man as conviction against a market as cold logic. A faint sound of typing, echoing newsroom chatter, CNBC host. "Analysts are losing patience." Musk's erratic behavior and production delays continue to raise doubts. Bloomberg headline: "Can Tesla survive 2018?" Financial Times: "Musk under pressure as cash runs low." But amid the noise, there were still moments of quiet, moments when the camera catches him alone, staring at a half-built car, his expression unreadable. He's thinking of everything at once: the investors, the engineers, the people who bought cars that hadn't yet been delivered. He's thinking about the future he promised, and whether he's already too late to save it. Soft piano music fades in. Sometimes, Musk would later say, "The odds are so against you that the only reasonable thing to do is keep going." 6. The storm outside the factory grows louder, but inside, the line begins to move again, slowly, painfully, but moving nonetheless. Tomorrow will bring headlines, panic, and lawsuits, but tonight, inside the quiet heart of Tesla, a handful of people still believe that maybe, just maybe, they can change the world. Part 2. In early 2018, Tesla was burning cash faster than ever. Every month, billions were disappearing into the black hole of production costs. The long-promised Model 3, the car meant to save Tesla, was stuck in what Musk called production hell. On the assembly lines, robots malfunctioned, parts didn't fit, and in the Nevada Gigafactory, exhausted engineers were sleeping on the floor. Every minute of delay meant millions lost. Investors were panicking. Short sellers betting that Tesla would fail smelled blood in the water. Among them, Wall Street legends like Jim Chanos and David Einhorn. They had made fortunes predicting the collapse of Enron and Lehman Brothers. Now, they were convinced Tesla was next. The media joined the chorus. Headlines screamed, "Tesla is running out of time." Analysts predicted bankruptcy within 6 months, but Musk wasn't ready to give up. He moved his sleeping bag into the Fremont factory. He worked 120 hours a week, personally inspecting cars at 3 a.m. He tweeted, "Fought, and sometimes broke down in interviews, his voice shaking as he admitted he was exhausted. Then came the tweet that changed everything: "I'm considering taking Tesla private at $420. Funding secured. The world exploded. Tesla's stock price skyrocketed in minutes. Short sellers lost billions in a single day. But there was a problem: there was no funding secured. The SEC launched an investigation. Musk faced a lawsuit for misleading investors. For a moment, it looked like the end, not just for Tesla, but for Musk himself. Under immense pressure, Musk struck a deal. He would step down as Tesla's chairman, pay a $20 million fine, and agree to have his tweets monitored by lawyers before posting. But the storm had passed. Tesla had survived barely. Then, something unexpected happened. In 2019, Model 3 delivery soared. Tesla posted its first profitable quarter in years, and those same short sellers who once laughed now watched in horror as Tesla's stock began to climb higher and higher. By 2020, Tesla's valuation surpassed Ford, GM, and even Toyota. The company that once teetered on the edge of collapse had become the most valuable automaker in the world, and Musk, once ridiculed for sleeping on the factory floor, was now the richest man on earth. But behind the victory, the scars remained: the sleepless nights, the near meltdowns, the moments when everything almost fell apart. Because the truth is, Tesla's greatest gamble wasn't about cars or money, it was about belief. Belief that one man's stubborn dream could rewrite the rules of an entire industry. Part 3. By 2020, Tesla had become unstoppable. Its stock, once written off as a joke, was now soaring to unimaginable heights. In just 12 months, it climbed more than 700%. Every analyst who once doubted Elon Musk now looked like a fool. On Wall Street, panic turned into obsession. Institutional investors who had shorted Tesla rushed to cover their losses. Funds burned billions trying to fight against the most unpredictable man in modern finance. And behind it all, Musk watched with a quiet, tired smile. He had turned Tesla into not just a car company, but a movement. Retail investors, ordinary people from Reddit forums and Twitter threads, began calling themselves the Tesla Army. They didn't trade Tesla because of numbers. They traded it because they believed. For them, Tesla was the future and Elon Musk their profit, but belief cuts both ways. By 2021, Tesla's market cap had reached $1 trillion. That made it worth more than the next 9 car companies combined. It was no longer just a stock, it was a symbol of rebellion against Wall Street itself. Musk fueled the fire with every tweet. Memes, jokes, sometimes a single emoji that could move billions of dollars overnight. Investors stayed awake past midnight, refreshing their screens, waiting for the next line from the man who could move markets with his thumbs. Meanwhile, traditional analysts were losing their minds. They pointed to fundamentals: mounting competition, thin profit margins, valuation beyond reason, but reason no longer mattered. This wasn't about logic. It was about faith, and in every great legend of Wall Street, faith is both the weapon and the trap. Because what goes up that fast never stays there forever. By 2022, inflation surged, interest rates climbed, and the magic started to fade. Tesla's stock fell from its dizzying peak, wiping out hundreds of billions in paper wealth. Some called it the end of the dream, but Musk didn't flinch. He had already done what few in history ever could. He turned near bankruptcy into triumph, doubt into domination. For him, Tesla was never just about cars or stock prices. It was proof that vision, no matter how impossible, can bend reality itself. The story of Tesla isn't a fairy tale, it's a war story, a tale of risk, madness, and the thin, trembling line between genius and ruin. In the end, Musk didn't just win the bet against Wall Street, he rewrote the rules of the game. And as the sun sets on another trading day, somewhere in a glowing factory floor, a new car rolls off the line, each one a reminder of the gamble that almost broke him, and the belief that made Elon Musk immortal. The report pointed to one inevitable conclusion: failure. They had the data, the charts, the financial models, Everything said it was impossible. But they forgot one crucial variable. They forgot the power of a mission that feels bigger than money, bigger than a stock price, bigger than oneself. Inside that factory, it wasn't just about assembling cars. It was about proving the entire world wrong. It was about refusing to let the future stagnate. While the world debated his sanity and his company's solvency, Musk and his team were doing the impossible: one car, one bolt, one software update at a time. They weren't just fighting for their jobs, they were fighting for a vision. And against all odds, they were starting to win. The conveyor belt, once a symbol of their struggle, began to speed up. The first trickles of the Model 3 production flood were beginning to form, ready to wash away the doubt and change the world. Thank you so much for watching this story unfold. If you found this journey as inspiring as I did, please hit that like button and subscribe for more stories about the people who dared to change the world. See you in the next one.